Yo, Synthesis, that's my dog, though.
Unfortunately, your your friend was felt by this here mouse.
Right, I love back air. I love the fact that he used back air there, because if you DI in, it just sets up for another like drift back icicles. If you DI out, you may just die. I think this matchup. This is the first time I'm seeing the Etalus on stream, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about him.
No, you're good. You're good.
This,
I don't know much about Etalus, so please.
Yeah, so basically this matchup boils down a lot to. I think of I play it similarly to how I play Cry, but not exactly. There's a certain range you have to stay outside of, and that's the FADC like jab / tilt range, and it was so much worse than the other patch, but it's definitely manageable now. Etalus has a lot of easy ways to deal with icicle, or not icicle, oopsies, crystal.
That makes sense.
And if you didn't know, his up B is projectile invincible, and crystal counts as a projectile. So he's completely immune to getting crystallized while he's traveling with up B.
Yeah, that definitely helps out with getting past Olympia's edge guard, but also like, you know, you mentioned the FADC, but Etalus does have like that sort of pseudo burst movement option, similar to Olympia, but it's a lot less committal with the dash attack. Because you know, when you're in FADC, you're like kind of forced to commit to that direction, but with Etalus, because you can dash attack forward, but then you can just fade back.
Right, and you know, really, Etalus has a lot of good tools for being FADC itself as well. For example, F-tilt is 3 hits, and with the new buffed sweet spot, it's really easy to kind of space yourself to where you hit 2 hits before you reach Olympia, and that'll break the FADC. And we see a lot of really good control on the stage here. Ice is everyone. That's how you know Etalus is winning neutral. He can travel to the whole stage. He's got stage presence on the whole stage. That's what it means. Because he can do down B, and he's already there essentially.
Yeah. That's another thing I think in this matchup that makes it a bit tricky for Olympia sometimes. It was like once she does get in, Etalus is such a big body that she can just kind of go to town on the advantage state. But the fact that it's so much harder for her to get a stage present because Crystal is confined to a much more limited area, whereas with Etalus, the entire stage can be covered in ice.
Yeah,
it's going to be really tricky for Olympia to try and get in on a Etalus that's moving a lot. Chompers taking that game 1.
Yeah, Chompers really good at putting Olympia into the corner and keeping her there. Olympia is a character that's also fairly easy to, you know, of course, Etalus. Very easy to edge guard with Etalus, because she can FADC icicles, but up air is 2 hits in itself. So the first hit of up air will break armor, and then the second hitbox will actually hit Olympia.
Yeah, but now we're going to Rockwall. Well, I do not like this counter pick. I know Olympia can do very well in this stage, because you know you've got the stage so close to the blast zone, you can get a fair chain. But this is like one of these stages that you do not take Etalus to.
Yeah, I mean I have to agree. This small amount of space and Etalus' really big hitboxes do not do Olympia a lot of favors as stubby normals as she has. Personally, I would take Etalus to, like, I personally in this matchup do not like what's the fire one, you know.
Fire capital?
For platforms? I'm sorry, I'm just totally blanking on the name. The fire one.
Happens. Fire capital.
Yeah, fire capital. Sorry. Yeah, I just like playing Olympia on fire capital because it gives her so much more room to set up. That was amazing.
This is the fair armor sort of up special is just gonna be like, yeah, no, I don't feel like dying to a ladder combo today.
Right, he said, I will eat your up beef for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Very nutritious, delicious meal as we're moving on to dessert. That Olympia popsicle taking a fat bite out of her.
Definitely, I mean, excellent coverage with the spike into the down B. He covered tech in, no tech, and tech towards the ledge, and unfortunately, he just got caught up in the mix. This game a little more even than it looks. Got a DI out here to avoid it. Etalus is such a big character that he can just eat you.
Chompers definitely coming out swinging today.
Yeah, the namesake coming through, he's definitely taking a big old bite out of Olympia right now. Gonna all of that armor to beat the up B essentially. Astounding he didn't die there, tacking on a whole lot of percent.
Right now, the up special is gonna connect. You know, and especially on a stage as volatile as Rockwell, it could just be one interaction and to take the game as Slendermawn comes out swinging with a quick 0 to death to secure that game too. My goodness.
Unfortunately, not able to DI inward enough to able to attack on the wall. He was like parallel to the wall, and he was not close enough.
Game 2, running it back. Not game 2, game 3, my bad. Definitely
and
doable.
So, yeah, real quick, I want to say to and Jet, you're absolutely right. That was totally messed up that he take that whole fair. He take the whole uppie with forward air. That was terrible. That was so evil of him.
Oh my goodness, the focus attack, like barely touching Chompers, but unfortunately, Slendermawn wasn't able to make it back. They're definitely gonna put them a bit on the backseat in this game 1, or game 3, on that first stock. But good use of the icicles from the strong attack armor.
Yeah, I really like those icicles. And in older patches, they kind of went everywhere. They would kind of split off in a whole circle. But now they go towards directions, and it's kind of a good check because you've got a space between getting hit by the smash attack and parrying the smaller icicles. See, he got caught by them again, and now he's a disadvantage. They reached that top platform, and it's very silly.
Oh, amazing DI from Chompers there.
Able to escape. He's in the heavens right now, coming down with a nair, of course.
The Upstrong finally gonna take it. Slendermawn finally getting one on the board in this game 3. But oh my goodness, the double fair is immediately gonna clap back.
You love to see it. You really do.
Yeah, that is like, you know, we mentioned it. Etalus is so good on Rockwall.
Sure, a lot of his moves had that high base knockback, and he's able to get his large bare body out into the blast zone really quickly. So you really have to watch yourself on that stage. And I think Slendermawn was a little too careless, and he caught a big icicle to the face.
Yeah, game 4, my bad. And we're moving to Jules Vale. So, a lot more of a neutral stage. Again, tanking in Olympia up special with the fair. Does it again. And
He's going to use air dodge really smartly to avoid that aerial by Olympia. Olympia, no air dodge right now. Going to get hit by the hammer.
The hammer is going to come down.
Great parry.
Great parry. Slendermawn doing a good job of keeping this game 4 even. Wants to force that game 5 scenario. Chompers is going to be trying his hardest not to let that happen.
Just want to mention how cool that was because I play Etalus and I noticed it. He edge canceled that getting parried by icicles extremely well. He did it out of a wave dash, which is kind of hard to time.
Yeah.
So, props to him. I mean, in another terrible edgeguard situation, at least for Olympia. Ooh, turning around on Etalus.
Being smart, not letting the crystals rip. That would have been a free parry punish for Slendermawn there. Right now, Chompers trying to find his way back on stage, using the invincible tech into the down air to get a little spaghetti combo going.
Oh. The slightest little dash F tilt. Gonna dash attack. Not gonna do anything.
And Slendermawn trying to find their way in right now, but does get it. Unfortunately, that second fair isn't quite able to connect quite yet.
No, he went for it. He went for the dump truck. Oh, waited for the parry? Oh, I think, you know what? I think he wasn't calculating for his increased fall speed there, and he wasn't fast enough for the forward air. Unfortunate.
Yeah, but right now, gonna be a bit tricky. Oh, tries to go for the side special. Well, unfortunately, it's reactable. Well, Chompers was able to get that parry into the stock, but no ladder combo.
I don't know why I was scared there, because it's Etalus, but I was still scared. What does that say?
If Chompers wasn't quite ready for that, if Chompers was holding out or up, that could have very well been the stock. I understand why you were scared there. Oh my goodness, phenomenal DI! Like, these ladders are coming out, but they are not killing. Third time's the charm. Finally letting that up special kill, but unfortunately, this is what Chompers does.
I love
He
this
sits on
man.
you.
He sits on you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to hold that. It's quite fast in the air. I believe I believe the first hitbox is frame 12 on the ground, and it's something like 16 in the air. But if you're not expecting it, that sudden change in momentum, it'll catch parries. It'll catch like up tilts. I've used it. I tell myself, you get one a set, and you just rip it.
We made good use of that one set. But up next, we have Plastic Dinos versus Halite coming out.
Yo.
Yeah, we got Halite.